It's Gary Kayye, and it's time for my daily rants and raves, and this is part 2 in a series where I am actually taking you to my alma mater so you can see how beautiful the campus at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels, is located. And I want you to notice I'm actually honoring my alma mater by wearing our colors. And I'm here to talk to you today about HD-based versus AVB. This is part of the Rave Radio Daily Rants and Raves, and Rave Radio is part of our audio podcast. But today I'm doing a special video version of our audio podcast. And this is all brought to you by our sponsor, Hypersign, hypersign.com. They're a digital signage content software company and CMS system, and they sell only to AV dealers. So this is a great opportunity for you AV guys to get into digital signage. Please get into digital signage, but I'm not going to talk to you about that right now. I've already done a rants and raves about digital signage. Here's the thing. Right now, the history of AV is distributing things with all sorts of cables. An audio cable, a video cable, an RGB cable, a VGA cable, a microphone cable, a control cable, an RS-232 cable, an Ethernet cable, and even a power cable. But what if you could take all those cables and combine them into one, but put it on the network? Well, guess what? There are 2 standards out there that allow you to do that. AVB, audio video bridging, and HD-based. Both those 2 standards are a little different, but they both do the same thing. And quite honestly, I don't care which standard you end up using. I really don't. You can use AVB, you can use HD-based, you can use them both. It doesn't really matter to me. It's right to you. Isn't that amazing? This is the bell tower at the University of North Carolina, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Both those 2 standards are awesome, but what I want you to pay attention to is at Infocom, okay, which is getting ready to start, getting ready to open up any day now. There's going to be manufacturers that show AVB products and HD-based products. But here's the cool thing. AVB can be made compatible with HD-based, and HD-based can be made compatible with AVB one day. So, it doesn't really matter. The point of this Daily Rants and Raves is all about you understanding the importance of understanding the network. See, that's the key. I want you to understand the importance of the network. I want you to realize that in just a few years, maybe 2, maybe 3 at the most. Oh, awesome. You're going to get to hear the bell tower. That's awesome. 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 Couldn't have planned it any better than that. In just a few years, you're going to be able to see video, audio, control, Ethernet, and power all on one Cat 5 or Cat 6 cable run across the network. That's right. So what you need to do is become network centric. You need to understand how networks operate. So what I want you all to do is go right now and Google www.cisco.com. And here's why I want you to do that. Because I want you to get CCENT certified. That is an entry network technician class that is either 3, 4, or 5 days, depending on who you are and what you want to do with it, that will teach you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. Everything you need to know about networking. And I don't want you to become network gurus. I don't want you to know everything there is to know about the network forever. I want you to know everything you need to know about the network to make sure you understand how to get audio, video, control, and power across the network. And that's right. These future standards will allow us to power our devices across the network, which means that one day you'll be connecting all your devices to the network. The network will send all the sources all across the network to your projector in the front of the classroom, and the projector will be connected to the network, and the network will not only provide all the content, but even power the projector across the network. So you won't have to have a separate power port. It'll all be powered across the network. Both these standards support that. So I want you to, as you walk around the show floor, I want you to notice what standards each company are using. Some companies are using both. And what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention, because one day, instead of doing signal routing the RGB and VGA way, you're going to be doing it the Cat 5 way. And some of you are already doing it now. Some of you have already started doing that with some of the products made by all these companies out there making digital media products. But one day those products will be interoperable. So you'll be able to connect Extron signal routing and switching together with Listen Technology audio products together with JBL speakers, and do it all with one wire throughout the entire system and power it off of the same wire itself. It's an awesome opportunity to take a chance at Infocom to learn this stuff. Doesn't matter if you're AVB or HD-based, I don't care which camp you're in, just make sure you're in the networking camp. So Cisco CCENT certification is what I want you to get. I don't want you to start doing networking as a business. I want you to make sure you know how to do networking of AV gear. So this has been my daily rants and raves. I've been raving long enough about Cisco, CCNT, and AVB and HD-based T. So I'm out of here. I am actually going to check out my old stomping grounds at the University of North Carolina, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
I'm out of here.